Hello, my name is Dr. Sam High. I am an internal medicine doctor. Thank you so much for watching and welcome to Raw Talk. This is episode number 36. Raw Talk is where I go off the top of my head. It's unfiltered and unedited. I give you my thoughts and opinions on health. In this episode, I will be talking about IBS, bloating, and gas. What causes it? And how carnivore heals it for good. I've struggled with IBS for most of my life. It's not a death sentence, but it's very uncomfortable and very inconvenient. I would always get bloated and full of gas after meals. I know that's a little embarrassing to admit, but imagine seeing patients and holding it in for hours. How uncomfortable that feels. That's a huge strain on my energy at the end of the day. That's also a huge strain psychologically. Maybe you can relate. You've been told you're bloating, gas, diarrhea, constipation, and stomach pain is just IBS, Irritable Bowel Syndrome. No cure, no real test. And what's the solution? Fiber pills, FODMAPs list, and gas relief strips from the pharmacy. You go back and forth. One week it's loose stools. The next week it's constipation. You're scared to eat in public. Your belly feels like a balloon. And when you go to the doctor, you get told that it's just stress. I've got news for you. IBS isn't all in your head. The solution definitely isn't in your fiber drawer. Today, I'm breaking down what IBS really is, the root causes that nobody talks about, and why Carnivore Diet is helping thousands of people heal their gut when nothing else worked. First of all, what is IBS? IBS stands for Irritable Bowel Syndrome, but that's just a label. It doesn't actually tell you why your gut is acting up. Here's what most people with IBS experience: bloating, especially after meals, abdominal pain or cramps, constipation, diarrhea, or both, flatulence, burping, a feeling of urgency, or incomplete evacuation when you're doing a number two. And here's the medical explanation. We don't really know what causes it. Try some fiber or cut out onions. You deserve better than that. IBS is not a disease in itself. It's a set of symptoms that points to dysfunction in the digestive tract. Let's talk about what's actually going wrong. What is the root cause, or what are the root causes of IBS? One, too much fermentation in the gut. Most people with IBS have dysbiosis, which is an imbalance of gut bacteria. And sometimes SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. When you eat carbs and fiber, these bacteria ferment them, producing gas like hydrogen, methane, and CO2. That's where the bloating and the gas come from. It's not normal. It's fermentation in overdrive, often in the wrong part of the gut. Gas stretches your intestines, which leads to pain, cramps, burping, foul-smelling fat, I'm going to say flatulence, farting, foul-smelling farts. What else causes IBS? Leaky gut and immune activation. When your gut barrier is damaged, food particles and bacterial toxins can leak into your bloodstream. This triggers your immune system and keeps your gut in a state of chronic inflammation. This is why many IBS sufferers also develop food sensitivities, skin conditions, brain fog, joint pain, because the inflammation doesn't just stay local, it spreads. What else causes IBS? Plant anti-nutrients, lectins, oxalates. Some of the so-called healthiest foods like beans, whole grains, broccoli, and avocado, they contain compounds that are toxic to the gut lining, especially in sensitive individuals. Lectins can disrupt tight junctions. Oxalates can cause inflammation. And FODMAPs, or FODMAPs, which are fermentable carbs, they can feed gas-producing bacteria. You're eating a salad and feel like your stomach's going to explode. That's not normal. That's a toxic response. What else causes IBS? Fiber overload. You've been told fiber is good for digestion. But most people with IBS experience the opposite. Fiber adds bulk and feeds fermentation. Insoluble fiber irritates the gut wall. Soluble fiber feeds bacteria that you may already have too much of. When you're already inflamed, fiber acts like a wire brush that is scraping your insides. I know that's graphic, but that's probably what it feels like. What else causes IBS? Stress and the gut-brain axis. Your gut has its own nervous system, the enteric nervous system, and it's deeply connected to your brain through the vagus nerve. When you're stressed or anxious, gut motility slows down. Digestion gets messed up. Nerve sensitivity increases. But here's the kicker. The more inflamed your gut, the more reactive it becomes to even small amounts of stress. It's a feedback loop. Why does standard IBS advice fail? What do doctors usually tell you? Take Marilax or Imodium. Try a FODMAPs diet. Add fiber. Reduce stress. But none of that heals the gut. It's symptom management at best, and gaslighting at worst. You deserve resolution, not management. And that's why so many people are turning to carnivore and watching their IBS disappear. How does carnivore actually reverse IBS? Let's walk through what actually happens. When you go full carnivore, meat, salt, and water, what does that actually do? Number one, it eliminates fermentable carbs. No FODMAPs, no fiber, no sugar alcohols. Nothing for bacteria to ferment. And what's the result? No more gas. No more bloating. No more explosive diarrhea. I'm chuckling, but it's not really funny. You stop feeding the problem. It also starves overgrown bacteria. SIBO thrives on carbs. Carnivore starves it out. Within weeks, many people see their bloating and pain vanish. The gut microbiome, it shifts from fermentation and inflammation because it has no fuel. It has no fuel for dysfunction anymore. Carnivore also heals the gut lining. Meat is rich in nutrients that repair your gut, like glutamine, glycine. That's anti-inflammatory. It's found in collagen and bone broth. Proline, that helps regenerate damaged tissues. Zinc, vitamin A, both are essential for gut integrity. And you stop tearing down the gut and start rebuilding it. Carnivore also removes all common gut triggers. No gluten, no dairy, if you go strict. No lectins, no oxalates, no preservatives, no seed oils, no additives. These are the exact things that trigger immune responses. And they trigger gut sensitivity in people with IBS. Carnivore also calms the gut-brain axis. When your gut isn't inflamed and overactive, the gut-brain axis stabilizes. Your vagus nerve functions properly. Anxiety decreases. Motility normalizes. People often report improved mood, better sleep, fewer panic attacks, less urgency after meals. Because when the gut heals, the brain calms down. What to expect when you start? Let's be honest. Your gut is probably not going to heal overnight. But in the first 3 to 7 days, bloating decreases, gas drops significantly, digestion becomes quieter, less urgency. And in the first 4 to 6 weeks, bowel movements normalize, often smaller and less frequent. Inflammation starts going down. Food fears, they start to fade. You may have temporary symptoms, electrolyte shifts. Of course, you have to fix with salt, electrolytes. Possible loose stools, those are transitional. There's going to be a slight adaptation period. Your gut is adjusting. Stick with it. Your gut has been under attack for decades. It needs time. It needs time to recover. But this time, you're removing the problem instead of masking it. You don't have to take my word for it. There are thousands of people just like you who've had severe IBS, food sensitivities, even Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, and reversed their symptoms with a meat-based diet. Michaela Peterson, she had debilitating autoimmune issues and digestive problems, all gone on the Lion diet. I've been on carnivore for over 3.5 years. No more IBS, no more bloating, no more gas. I know there has to be a lot of other people with similar symptoms. Tell me about yours in the comments and what carnivore did for those symptoms. This isn't hype, it's physiology. IBS isn't a mystery. It's not random. And it's not something you have to live with. It's your body reacting to wrong inputs and begging you to stop. If you tried every supplement, every elimination diet, every probiotic, and you're still bloated, still gassy, and miserable, it's time to go all in. Give your gut what it actually wants. No plants, no sugar, no junk. Just meat, salt, water. Your gut isn't broken. It's just inflamed. And the carnivore diet can fix that. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment below. If you want to follow me on Instagram for more content, my username is Sam_HighMD. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I really do. I will see you in the next video.